pitches on his warm-up tosses. This is the New York lineup he will face tonight. Similar to last night, right down top to bottom. Derek Jeter leads it off, followed by Johnny Damon and Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez clean up ahead of the DH Hideki Matsui and Jorge Posada. Robinson Cano swinging a very good bat, particularly against left-handed pitching. Nick Swisher and Melky Cabrera, the 8 and 9 hitters.
Scott Kazmir on the mound. He's had 14 starts overall. As you said, Dwayne, he has pitched better since he's come back. Still yet to really get a victory and be the same Scott Kazmir that we saw a year ago. Overall, earned run average well over 6.5. The biggest thing is minimizing the pitch count, especially in the first inning. Putting a 0 up there early is going to be huge, and letting the offense try to get something going. Let's take a look at the defense behind Scott Kazmir tonight. In the outfield, it's Carl Crawford once again in left field and B.J. Upton in center. Dave Kapler gets a start against the lefty CC Sabathia. Evan Longoria and Jason Bartlett at third and short. Ben Zobrist and Carlos Pena on the right side of the infield at second and first. And Gianno Navarro gets a start behind the plate doing the game calling for Scott Kazmir.
Joe Madden, the Rays skipper, has his club running third right now, starting the night 7.5 behind New York. They're 5 back of second place Boston. And Kazmir set to go to work. Derek Jeter in the batter's box. And the first pitch of this game is foul. A fastball right back into the screen. It goes strike one. And you're right, Kevin, the first inning crucial for Kazmir all season. It has been a challenge for him in the first inning. In fact, he's given up 15 of his 40 walks in the first inning of his starts, and his earned run average in the first inning this year is a whopping 9. 1-1 the count to Jeter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Damon next, and then Teixeira.
Those numbers against Scott Kazmir for Derek Jeter. There's a few guys in this lineup that Scott has handled pretty well.
It's fouled out of play. You're right about that. Including Jeter, just 4 of 31. A-Rod is 2 for 21. Matsui 4 for 23. Damon next is 6 of 33. That's a 182 average. But there are 2 or 3 guys in here who have very healthy averages. So we'll see how it goes. A big start for Kazmir. Big start for Kazmir as a member of this team, and individually a big start for him.
Yeah, it's a huge night for the Rays because they've really got to get a victory and get back to 6.5 out with a chance to win the series tomorrow. But what I'm seeing so far, the first 5 pitches, he's using all of his stuff. Fastball got up to 92 already, 83 with the slider, and a good changeup just now.
A pitch inside, and it'll go to 2-2.
That's not bad location right there. That's a good slider right there. That's a nice tight slider. Let's see if on the overhead shot. All right, a little bit inside, but that's the right idea.
And he's wide with the pitch. Going all the way out now, 3-2. Well, the encouraging thing about Kazmir since coming back, we've seen him use all of his pitches and with some confidence.
I liked it. The second fastball he threw was 92 miles an hour also.
3-2. Fastball fouled away. That's the thing that makes Jeter so tough. You get the 3-2. You throw him that fastball. If he's not going to handle it, he's going to foul it away. He sees a ton of pitches.
Yeah, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 51 strikeouts for Jeter, 47 walks. He's fouled away 3 tough pitches with 2 strikes already here.
3-2 again. Fly ball up the right field line. That ball will twist foul down toward the corner. So he's extending this at bat as a good leadoff hitter will do. Already 9 pitches here to Jeter by Kazmir. Tonight's game available and presented in high definition, we are proud to say. The 10th pitch of the at-bat from Kazmir to Derek Jeter. And he got it. Strike 3 call. Jumps the fastball on him and strikes him out.
Good job of battling by Scott Kazmir. Look at this fastball. Good life on it. 92 at the knees. Right down the middle, but right at the knees, and it had good life on it. Look at that. Good pitch. Definitely a strike. And Jeter goes down again against Scott Kazmir. Good battle by Scott.
Well, that's 1 out. Only 26 to get. And the pitch to Johnny Damon is in there for a strike. A fastball.
You know, much like Carl Crawford is a real key to the Rays lineup, I think Johnny Damon is for the Yankees. The year he's having.
1-1.
I mean, in front of Mark Teixeira, he's getting a lot of fastballs to hit, a lot of pitches to hit, period. Got 17 home runs. I just think he's just a real key for their lineup this year.
Little popper short left. Bartlett out there and makes a nice little grab. Bartlett retreating from shortstop. Handles Damon. That was a nice pitch by Kazmir on Damon right there.
You know, the other thing about that is Joe Girardi in spring training put Jeter in a leadoff spot, and he wanted Johnny Damon hitting in that 2 spot. And Brett Gardner, when he was starting, hitting in the 9 spot, so he had 9-1, 2. And maybe really put Gardner as a leadoff spot in the 9 spot, and then Jeter becomes the 2 guy again.
Mark Teixeira, first pitch, he looks at a fastball for a strike. Teixeira is 5 out of 6 against Kazmir. A little bit off the plate. 1-1. Changed speeds on him and missed away. Back again out there.
Not bad. He's not missing by much when he misses, though. Going to gather himself a little bit. Not try to rush the end of the inning, but I do like that he's getting the ball right back and getting on the mound and letting it go.
Two-1. Missed by much there, and I think Navarro thought that might have been a strike. Hesitated a little before he returned the ball to Kazmir.
Take a look at that.
No, it's down and in.
Down, yeah.
It's plenty. 3-1. And a foul back. 3-1 fastball. Kazmir has shown that he's got confidence in that fastball.
Well, that was a 3-1 fastball that got in on Teixeira.
And a foul back. I mean, we're seeing that this is going to be a battle. Kazmir had to battle Jeter, struck him out. Made a good pitch on Teixeira to go to 3-2, and Teixeira fouled that fastball back. He strikes him out on the fastball, and that retires the side. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Couple of strikeouts in the first. Rays coming in to hit, no score. Yankees coming in to hit. No score against New York. B.J. Upton will be in the leadoff spot again tonight, followed by Carl Crawford and Evan Longoria. Vin Zobrist hitting .337 against left-handed pitching in the cleanup position. Pat Burrell hits fifth against the lefty, and Carlos Pena sixth. Gabe Kapler, Deoner Navarro, and Jason Bartlett 7, 8, and 9.
Big left-hander CC Sabathia on the mound. He's a 10-game winner this year. His earned run average is 3.67. A couple of complete games in 21 starts. You see 103 strikeouts, 41 walks, 2.5 strikeout to walk ratio.
Sabathia's pitch to BJ is a fastball up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. BJ starts the night at 244. Lifts that one, a fastball into shallow center. Jeter backpedaling and made that play nicely right in front of Cabrera.
You look at the Yankees defensively in the outfield. Johnny Damon in left, Melky Cabrera in center, Nick Swisher in right. Same outfield as last night. Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter at third base and short, respectively. Robbie Cano and Mark Teixeira at second and first. And Jorge Posada behind the plate for CC Sabathia.
CC against CC right here. Crawford and Sabathia. Carl hitting .309. It's a high strike. 10 home runs and 44 runs batted in. And a chopper over the mound. That ball will get through into center field. Crisscrossing Jeter and Cano. Crawford has himself a base hit.
And there was no chance, even if Jeter had gotten to that ball, let alone Cano, to throw Carl Crawford out. Take a look. Once it got over Sabathia's head, took that bounce right there, there was no chance. Cano was the closest to it. No chance either way.
So the Rays with Crawford at first. 48 steals, tops in that department. Pitch is high to Evan Longoria. Fastball to start him. This one is down. Just a slight lift into the plate there for Sabathia with Crawford aboard.
Yeah, modified slide step. Not a true slide step. I don't like the true slide step anyway because you don't really drive off the back leg. It takes too much power away from a power pitcher like Sabathia.
That's a strike. So Hunter Wendelstedt's called a couple of those strikes up, establishing that.
You note that early too. If you're pitching, you would just want it both ways.
There goes Crawford. The 2-1 is fouled out of play. Squaring the count, 2-2.
Straight steal. Cano was covering second base, and Longoria took a shot at it because it was a ball out and away, and he took a shot at going to right field. Not a hit and run, just a straight steal for Carl Crawford. But it opened up a hole, and Evan took a shot. Why not?
Crawford again with the lead, 2-2. Ground ball toward the middle, backhanded by Cano. Out at second and a wide throw at first, but Teixeira keeps his foot on the bag, and the Yankees turn the double play. Started on the backhanded pickup by Cano. We're at the end of an inning. No score. Second inning coming. Alex Rodriguez steps into the batter's box, and Scott Kazmir delivers a strike. An off-speed pitch away, picking up the corner. Matsui and Posada to follow. This one is down 1-1. First inning for Kazmir tonight, very impressive, very encouraging, and a lot like the first inning he had on that last road trip in Kansas City, when he threw the ball very well to start things. That's going to drop into left center field, cut off by Crawford. Soft single into left center. A-Rod aboard. Let's check in with Todd Callis.
All right, Dwayne, the Rays broadcast auction is underway. Here's one of the items: a trip to Boston, September 11th through the 13th. It includes 2 tickets to 2 different games at Fenway, airfare and hotel accommodations, double occupancy, a tour of Fenway with your picture taken near the Green Monster on Saturday, field passes for a game, weather permitting, lineup card for a game, and an autographed frame poster of John Lester. Then there's another phone number that's involved with this, a special ticket offer for one game only to a concert series involving either the B-52s on August 15th or the Beach Boys on September 5th. It includes post-game wristbands. You can go on the field. It includes a food voucher for hot dog, Cracker Jacks, and Pepsi, as well as tickets to the game. Box line, baseline seats, $250 value, only $150, guys.
Alex Rodriguez took off on the first move from Kazmir and steals a base, his 7th of the year. The pitch to Matsui was down, so the Yankees steal a base.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Alex will still run. He's got 7 stolen bases, been caught once. Navarro made it somewhat close with the great jump that Alex got, but really no chance.
So the Yankees now have a man in scoring position. First scoring opportunity of the night for either team. Matsui fouls it.
Matsui's still a situational hitter, even though he's got a lot of power. He tried to roll over there to get a base hit to the right side. And should he make an out, that would get Alex over to third base. He's still very much a good situational hitter. A lot of guys with power just say, I'm driving the run in, but he'll let Posada do it. Certainly he's trying to get a base hit, though, but he's trying to get it to the right side.
Single and a steal for Rodriguez. 1-1 to Matsui. Down and away. It's 2-1. Matsui singled and scored the first run of the game last night. He also walked before the evening was over. Fly ball lifted into center. Upton is there to make the catch, and Rodriguez will remain at second. So Matsui is the first out. A-Rod is not about to move. Here's Jorge Posada. Posada, 285 for the year, 333 against lefties, and 10 out of 22 lifetime against Scott Kazmir. So a big challenge for the Rays lefty.
Has struck out a third of the time, though. 7 strikeouts against Scott.
And he takes a fastball. That's a strike.
It's a good pitch. Stay down there. There's a big difference between staying down there at the knees and about 6 inches higher. That's tough to get to. You got to use your legs to get to that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. A couple of fastballs to start the at-bat. Inside with one this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nothing wrong with that. Stand him up a little bit. 92. Navarro sets up in. That's exactly where he got. That's a good miss, too, because that's in off the plate. You don't want to miss over the plate if you're going in. And then miss in off the plate.
Swing and a miss. Well, Casmer just went to the fastball and strikes out Posada with it.
He doubled up on a fastball in, Dwayne, and they tied him up. He couldn't get extended right there. See that? Right underneath it. Tried to bring his hands in and get through it, but couldn't catch up with it. It's a good sequence right there.
You know, this is what we talked about in regard to command. I mean, good pitches. He got ahead of him and made 2 very good pitches in on him.
Well, you were talking the difference between last year and this year, right? I mean, it was command and location, which affects your defense.
Yeah, sure does. You know, that's the other thing about the defensive end of things we could touch on here tonight for the Rays. Cano, he takes a strike. You know, the Rays have made a few more errors, and they have not made plays defensively that they made a year ago. But I really believe that the command a year ago was better by the starting pitching than it has been this year. And that affects everything, and I believe it also affects the defense. This one is foul. I mean, hitters and defenders alike are affected by a pitcher's command. And I think defenders, they've got a guy out there on the mound who they know has good command. They anticipate how hitters react to those pitches. Well, if command is across the plate from where the target is, that messes all of that up.
That's exactly right. And last night we saw some pitches. I mean, there were some 12-inch, 13-inch across the plate misses. A couple of those home run balls. Trying to go down and away, you missed middle in. That's a good 12 inches. And that's the difference between a 3-0 game and a 5-0 game.
Upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I think most people who've seen Scott throughout his career recognize that it is a bit of a transition for him that at one point or another I think almost every pitcher goes through. Ground ball right side. Nice job. Zobrist with the play. That retired the side. Rodriguez left at second base. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Watson back with you as the Rays and the Yankees get together. And a welcome sight for the Rays earlier this afternoon about 3:30 here at Tropicana Field. Akinori Iwamura made his way onto the field turf for the first time since going on the DL back on May 25th. That ACL, not as bad as had been previously believed, took some ground balls. When asked how did he look, Joe Maddon said, well, I loved the shoes. So if you can joke about it, things must be on schedule. And Aki could take batting practice in as little as 2 weeks. Let's go back upstairs to Dwayne.
All right, thank you very much, Win. Boy, it is great to see that smile on Aki's face. Out there working out, he's swung the bat in the batting cage. And
he looked good out there.
Yes, he's moving around very well. One strike to Ben Zobrist, leading off the Rays half of the second. That's away. 1-1. Ben, then Burrell, and Pena.
That was smart pitching by Sabathia. He started Ben off with a breaking ball. Knows how good a fastball that Ben is. Respect right there.
It's inside. 2-1. Rays got the base hit in the first by Crawford. He was erased on a double play ball. 2-2. Ben, of all the hitters, when you look at the hitters in the Rays lineup and the hitters on this New York ball club, Ben's the only guy in this game who's in the top 10 in both slugging percentage and on base percentage. Ground ball, deep short. Long throw by Jeter and way over the head of Teixeira. Ben's going to wind up at second base on this one, on what will most likely be a hit and an error.
You know, that's what we were talking about in the pregame show. Put the ball in play, make the defense make some plays, cut down the strikeouts, and that's all Ben did right there. He made sure he made contact. He forced Jeter to make the long throw, and Jeter straightens up and fires it right over the head of Mark Teixeira. Couldn't finish off the throw because he had to rush it.
So now it's the Rays who have a man at second base with nobody out here in the second inning. Let's see what they can do with it as Pat Burrell prepares to hit against Sabathia. Pat with 5 career at-bats against Sabathia. He's 1 out of 5 against him. And the pitch is a ball. Burrell homered his last time up last night in the 9th inning, hitting his 7th home run of the year. See Cano shaded toward the bag, holding Zobrist, and at the same time shaded over there because Burrell, the right-handed hitter, pulls the ball so much.
Yeah, and Pat won't be trying to go the other way, especially with a lefty on deck and Carlos Pena. His job is to drive the run in.
Sabathia misses inside. 2-0. Look at the home run swing of last night. And a 3-2 pitch out to left.
Way out to left. Well, he really got all that one.
And it's upstairs. 3-0.
Let him take a swing right here if he likes it. And this might be the best fastball he sees to hit.
And it's low for ball 4. So Burrell did not see a strike. First and second, nobody out. Come by Tropicana Field this summer and cool off. 72 degrees inside. And you can pick up the Rays Summer Select 6-pack. Enjoy savings over individual game prices and select your own games for as low as $57. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. 2 men on with nobody out for Carlos Pena. Carlos spent some time before the game, before batting practice today, hitting the little ball. That exercise that Joe Maddon likes. We've got a group of these hitters out here on a fairly regular basis. Pitch is down, 1 ball and no strikes. get Carlos to be a little more selective early.
Yeah, a little more fine focus too. And use the field. Shoot one into left center.
1-0 the count. He fouls it straight back, a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. To me, that's the biggest difference in Carlos this year. He's zoned the strike zone to his liking almost all of last year. There might have been one stretch of maybe 10 days when that didn't happen.
Yep.
The rest of the year, he was so zoned in. He never chased a pitch out of that zone to get behind 0-1. And we've seen that happen a lot more this year. And it's a lot different if it's 1-0 or 0-1 in the at-bat.
You bet. That's right.
Missed the fastball. It's 1-2.
Like that.
Yep.
And that's a big difference. 1-2, 2-1.
He just never left that zone that he identified last year. And when he did struggle just briefly, that was the problem.
And CC can go back in, up above his hands again, or he can go breaking ball away. I mean, there's so many ways now he can go.
He goes in there for a ball, 2-2.
Kind of thought he would try to double up in there on him. He got it in about the same spot too, but this time Carlos laid off.
See, that's the difference. If he lays off, it's 3-1 right now.
Yep.
And that, in a microcosm, is the difference in my mind. The Carlos season this year and the one he had last year. He'd be 3-1 instead of 2-2. And he's out on strikes. So a big strikeout for CC Sabathia.
3 times up there. 3 times in a row he went in. That's not only up, that's about 6 inches inside.
You know, right there, that was a 5-pitch at bat. At least 4 of those pitches were out of the strike zone.
Yeah, and maybe all of them.
Yeah.
Because that ball, like I said, was not only up, but it was off the plate too.
First strikeout for Sabathia. Now Gabe Kapler. Gabe has hit left-handers so well. .297 against lefties this year, and .286 lifetime off Sabathia. Way high. A ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Gabe's got a really good eye at the plate too. Good knowledge of the strike zone. Very quiet at the plate. Just a lot of hands. He's just so strong. A lot of upper half with the swing, but a lot of hands. And when he squares it up, he's been driving it lately against the lefties.
He lays off that one. 2-0. See the difference right here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to make him throw a strike. Good job by Kapler. A single and a walk, 2 men on, 1 out. It's fouled back. 2-1. Sabathia coming off back-to-back wins over Detroit and Oakland. Given the Yankees a lot of very good innings this year. He's 4th in the American League in innings pitched. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. A very good at bat by Kapler so far.
CC's thrown 27 pitches. He's thrown more balls than strikes. 14 balls.
Navarro on deck. And a foul back. Fastball, it's 3-2.
Posada just put his hand up. He's going in front of the plate now just to remind the infield. He's also going to get their attention on where he's going to throw the ball in case they run. And what that tells you right there, he's going to throw to second base. First and second, normally it's with a left-handed pitcher and a faster runner at second and a slower runner with Pat Burrell. That's what Jorge's telling everybody right there. I'm going to throw to second base. I'm going to strike him out, throw him out. I don't think they're going myself.
All of that just in case they are.
That's right. Yep.
Covering all the possibilities. Burrell, the trailing runner. Zobrist at second. They don't go, and it's ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Well, that's why I wouldn't have sent him, because Cece's not throwing enough strikes, and I wouldn't want Gabe Kaplan to think, well, it's too close. I have to swing. I might chase it, and you run yourself into a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
You know, how about this? I mean, Zobrist got on with a base hit in the error. Burrell walked on 4 pitches. I'm not sure he threw a strike on those 5 pitches. He threw to Pena when he struck him out, and he's just walked Kapler, and he gets a visit from Dave Island. We'll visit with Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, don't forget, there's a separate item that's a special number for this ticket offer, 727-825-3434. It's good for 2 concerts coming up on August 15th against the Blue Jays, September 5th against the Tigers. It includes the wristbands for post-game concert, the game itself, box-side box seats, and a food voucher for 4. $150 price for a $250 value. Guys, back to you.
Great value indeed. Right here, the Rays have the bases loaded with 1 out, and Deoner Navarro coming up. And the Rays will want him to zone that strike zone, a breaking ball to start him, or an off-speed pitch, maybe a changeup. That's strike 1.
Yeah, that's what Dave Island went out there to talk about. Hey, the fastball, that's not where it's so something, little cutter or off-speed right there. Slider, whatever, and get ahead with that.
Fly ball back into center field. Cabrera is going to go back to make the catch. Tag at third by Zobrist. He's going to score. Burrell heads to third, and the Rays have the first run as Deoner Navarro provides the sacrifice fly. His 26th run batted in. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you take that. That's a good at bat by Navarro. Getting good wood on that. Goes out about 385 feet. Got a fastball up. It was a ball, but hey, you know what? Keep it in the air to get the sac fly. Better than putting it on the ground for a double play.
Now it's Jason Bartlett, the number 9 hitter. He's the 3rd leading hitter now in the American League. And he takes a pitch high. I'll tell you, when you start with the at-bat to Burrell, Sabathia just hasn't thrown many strikes. The ball that Navarro lifted into center was out of the strike zone. That's at third. Kapler's at first. 1-1 the count.
Oh, that's good off speed again right there. Good pitch, 84 miles an hour. That was a changeup.
And a pop-up right side. He threw it again. Cano makes the catch. The Rays settled for a run. They leave 2, and after 2, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
that that's what they were talking about, or that's what I want to do, and then you're able to take it and process it and use it in a game situation. So whether Kaz gets it done tonight, I'm not 100% sure, but I know that's the kind of message you want to bring to him all the time, and eventually it's going to make sense, and eventually he's going to be able to process and do that. I hope that's not too complicated, but that's how this thing works.
So far, so good. Nick Swisher up there, and the first pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Kaz misses again, too high. Rays with a 1-0 lead here. Important to get the leadoff man. Swisher steps back. There are a lot of great players on this New York team, but I would think if you're a Yankee fan, this guy has to be one of your favorites. A lot of spirit in his game. There's a strike, and he's got some power too, as we saw last night.
Yeah, both sides of the play. That's one of the misses we're talking about a 12.5-inch miss right there. Trying to go away, missed in, and that one too. A couple of mistakes, and he capitalized.
2-2 now.
Notice how I said 12.5-inch. I knew that extra half-inch.
There you go. Kazmir back even in the count after falling behind. And a full count. He had the long at bat with Jeter in the first. Full count in the 10-pitch at bat. He went 3-2 to Teixeira. Struck both those guys out on a 3-2 pitch. It's 3-2 now to Swisher. And a foul back. Kazmir making his 15th start of the year. This is his 6th start since coming back from the disabled list.
All fastballs in this at bat to Swisher. Back outside right here at the fastball. And
a little one-hopper out to second. Zobrist makes the play. Zobrist shaded him toward the middle. Swisher is out 4-3.
And I like the call because Kazmir made those calls. He shook off Navarro. Navarro was trying to go inside 3-2, and Kazmir shook him off twice and went away 2 times and got the out. Stayed out of the wheelhouse.
Well, that's the percentage move, and that's some maturity right there in Kazmir. That's encouraging.
Yeah, no, that was good. I mean, that's what I was watching, locking in on. Swisher's shown you he can hit the down and in pitch.
There's Cabrera. Fastball away, and that's a strike. Cabrera's had some success against Kazmir. This one popped up. Foul ball might stay playable. Pena near the stands, backs up and makes the grab. Carlos Pena found the stands and then moved back a little bit. 2 gone.
And that was good by Navarro that time because he had Kaz shake his head and then he went away with the fastball. And that's exactly where that pitch was, and a nice job by Carlos to hang with it. Just takes a peek to see where the stands are, and when he did that, just overran it by a touch, but able to still reach it.
Now Derek Jeter, the top of the order. Jeter and Kazmir had a prolonged battle, 10 pitches to start this game. And there's a first pitch strike. Fastball. Kazmir got him looking with a fastball in the first. This one drops a little low. Change speeds on him. It's 1-1. Kazmir surrendered the base hit to Rodriguez in the second. Yankees left him on. 2 outs in the third. The 1-1 to Jeter. Inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Jeter likes to do that. You mentioned that last night, how he backs away like it's way inside. He just misses by a couple of inches.
And another pitch that wasn't all that far inside for ball 3. And it's 3-1.
Let's see where that pitch was. See, that didn't miss by much. Not where Nobby caught it. Let's look. That missed by 3 inches. But
yeah, just a little inside. Look at Jeter.
He's a veteran.
And ball 4 is down. So Jeter walks with 2 outs. He goes to first. That's all part of his .402 on base percentage.
There is.
The hitter's Johnny Damon.
Now here's the guy. Here's the key guy, I think, as I said a couple of times tonight. It's really hurt the Rays this year. Getting too many pitches out over the heart of the plate and up.
35-year-old outfielder Johnny Damon having a good year at the plate. Takes a pitch down. 1 ball and no strikes. He had all kinds of problems. Right calf, recurring Achilles heel problem. Big chopper foul outside the right field line.
See, Johnny's got that wide open stance, but watch when he strides. He strides right toward Kazmir. You think you can't get in on him, but you can. Here's the shot. Take a look at his stance right here. Then he's going to stride right there. See, and you think you can't get in, but that's part of the open stance, and that's what that is.
Wave and a miss. Now it's 1-2. Yeah, you'd work him in a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would to set up that pitch he just threw. Yeah, you got to keep him honest. I just people see the open stance and go, oh my gosh, I make a mistake, you hit that. Well, you make a mistake in the middle of the way, you hit it out.
Back into deep right field. Kapler will go to the track and make the catch to retire the side. So Kapler hauls it in on the warning track. They leave him in. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Rays.
Here are the leading bids so far. We have the Rivas family that has the leading bid on the trip to Boston. The Breskis have the hitting lesson with Longoria at $2,500. Vanderhoffs have a couple, the Ultimate Rays Fan Room and the Rays Celebrity for a Day, and the trip to Baltimore. The Mears family has a bid of $1,400. 866-925-4433. Amanda, how's it been so far?
It's been a little slow, Todd.
You've been a little bored so far?
A little bored.
All right, we got to keep Amanda busy. She's going to be up here the whole game keeping these updated totals. So call that number, 866-925-4433, and put Amanda to work. Guys, back to you.
All right. Todd and the lovely and charming Amanda. 1-0 the count as B.J. Upton leads off the Rays half of the third. 1-1 the count to B.J., who hopped to the shortstop, Jeter. Jeter retreating into center field after that little pop-up in the first. Out of play. 1-2. CC Sabathia on the hill tonight for New York. Sabathia, through his first career complete game shutout against the Rays back in August of 2003. A 4-hitter. Little looper into right center, and that's going to fall. The Rays will add some speed aboard. Leadoff single for B.J. Upton.
Yeah, Posada wanted that ball down. When he gave the sign, you could see him put his glove on the ground. He was trying to remind CC, drop it right here with 2 strikes, and he didn't. Got it up enough for B.J. could get a piece of it. Here's Posada. See the glove right there? He's saying, get that thing down, so you know it's a breaking ball. And he did. He got it up, and B.J. just put it in play. That's what we're talking about. Just make contact. Good things can happen.
It's Carl Crawford who had the chopper in the center field for a base hit in the first. Swing and a miss. Speaking of that first career shutout for Sabathia, Crawford is the only current Ray who was in the starting lineup in that game.
What a year Carl's having.
He fouls it out of play. So good to see him healthy.
What a difference, man. He's doing everything. It's the defense, too, that's very impressive. Yeah, he runs balls down. He's accurate with his arm. He's got some power. He does everything.
A 2-strike count. Upton over at first. 32 steals on the year. Crawford fouls one. Out of play to keep the at-bat going.
Yes, you know, see Posada just giving a double tap there saying, that's a mistake. Let's go. Get that thing down. And CC slowed his arm action on that one.
Well,
so he telegraphed that pitch.
Location has been a challenge for him so far.
Yeah, Posada's trying to just nurse him along here. Doing a good job. Got to be careful here, pitch out too, because Posada's sitting up way outside. Good pitch out count. Slide step. That's what that little hand or the leg there. Go quick to me.
And a foul again, out of play. Holds the count at 2 strikes.
He doesn't have to give a 1. All he's telling him is slide step fastball. That's what that means when Posada rubbed his hand up his right part of his leg there. So he was thinking pitch out the pitch before. He said, all right, then let's just go quick. Go quick to me. So we still got the count. Here comes a slider.
Upton jumping away from first, and the pitch swung on and skied into right. Swisher back. That's got some carry. Going to be off the wall. Upton's on his way to third. Foldy's going to wave him around. There will be no play at the plate. It's a triple for Crawford, and the Rays lead 2-0. Crawford on an 0-2 pitch. Triples off the right field wall.
Well, Posada called fastball in twice. Sabathia shook him off twice. He wanted a slider, and he got it up enough for Carl. That was all hands right there. He just put it in play. Carl was strong. BJ had to read the ball, and then he just took off. But still no play with the speed of BJ Upton.
So Crawford, with his 4th triple of the year, drives in his 45th run batted in. Here's Evan Longoria. The pitch is up, ball 1.
And here's where Evan just has to take the RBI. He doesn't have to have a base hit. You could take a shot at it early in the count, but the infield is back. You got to get that 3rd run. And don't wait for Zobrist or Burrell to do it. Evan's got to do it right here. Certainly you'd like to get a base hit, but make sure you go up the middle, use the field, go the other way, get that 3rd run in. Because once they get an out, so they can bring the infield halfway if they want. A lot of things can happen. Nobody out, they can't afford to do that.
Swing and a miss by Longoria.
All right, he took 1 shot at it. Now he's got to shorten up and put it in play. You'd like to have a huge inning, but see, here's Burrell talking about that. But hitter, I guarantee that's what he's talking to Joe Madden about.
It's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Evan wasn't happy with himself last night. In the 1st or in the 6th, he into a double play, got a run home, but he wasn't happy about that either. Ground ball down to 3rd. Rodriguez with a long throw, and it's wild. Into the stands, down the line comes Crawford to score. Longoria winds up at 2nd, and the Rays have their 3rd run of the night. It's 3-0. That'll be an error charge to Rodriguez.
Yeah, the RBI because Crawford wasn't running on contact, which he shouldn't be. The ball hit the 3rd, nobody out. And A-Rod, who kind of throws that 3/4 sidearm type throw anyway from 3rd base, got underneath it, arm was down, sailing over the head of Mark Teixeira. But again, it's contact. At least the ball's put in play and making the defense make some plays.
Now here's Ben Zobrist. Ben puts down a bunt. Sabathia fields, and the throw to 1st is in time with Longoria over to 3rd base. So Sabathia makes that play, and the Rays get a man to 3rd. Zobrist moves him over. Well, the phone room is there. Number is 866-925-4433. The Rays broadcast auction. Some great items, as we have seen already tonight. Keep the phones busy. It's all for a great cause. Here's Pat Burrell with a man at 3rd, and the infield in now. 1-0. The Rays trying to get that 4th run of the night home. Zobrist getting credit for a sacrifice on the bunt, forcing Sabathia off the mound as well. There's a strike.
See, with 1 out, the Yankees now do play the infield in. They don't want to give up the 4th run. But it's not a bad thought process by Ben Zobrist, because Sabathia normally is so tough. You try to get every advantage you can and try to get a base hit, get a man over. He got the man over at least.
Pop up. Foul ball coming back toward the stands and just out of play. That was a hole in 1. And a libation ruined.
Got to go get another one.
Yeah.
It's too early in the
now
game.
That is loading up the baseball.
Yes, it is.
Well, you got to protect that. You got to catch it to protect your refreshment.
Free refills?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, I think so.
So it's a 1-2 count to Pat Burrell. Upton and Crawford have scored in the inning. Rays got a run in the 2nd and a couple runs in the 3rd. Hey, forget about my seat. Where's my refreshment? Some of the great service you get right here at Tropicana Field.
That's right. You're right on top of it.
The 1-2. And it's fouled, well out of play. Into the upper deck down the left field side.
Good job by Pat, though, to stay alive. That was a tough pitch. Too close to take.
Pat did not see a strike in his first at bat. Sabathia walked him on 4 pitches. It's 1-2 this time. Upstairs. 2-2. That pitch clearly missed, but even that pitch is a little suspect because Wendelstedt gives the high strike.
High one, yeah. It was up and away. That had the plate. He might have called it. Pat knew it was away.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him out in front. He changed up on him. That was a good call. 2 gone.
Yeah, it sure was. Looked like the same pitch, same arm speed. Good change up off the outside corner. Good differential, about 12 to 13 miles an hour between the fastball and the changeup.
Now it's Carlos Pena facing the lefty. Carlos went out of the strike zone, wound up striking out in the second. Taps one foul. That's a strike.
They're pounding Carlos in. That one inside.
And in. 1-1. The Yankees, boy, Carlos as close to straight up as anybody we've seen all year.
Yeah, I think part of that is Joe Girardi just believes in pitch execution. If we make our pitches, he's not going to pull it.
1-2 now.
And if he does, it's not going to be the dramatic pull, especially against a guy that throws 95, 97. Jeter took one away from him, playing right where he's at right now, up the middle. Carlos hit one right back up the middle. But Jeter was right there, a couple steps to his left.
Ground ball right side. Teixeira's going to make the play unassisted. And the Rays are finished in the third. But 2 runs in the third. A big triple by Carl Crawford. Rays lead 3-0 through 3. Florida is brought to you by Aflac. We've got you under our wing. And the new double crispy cheesy burger from BK. 2 flame broiled beef patties, crispy onions, and cheesy sauce for just $1. Only at Burger King. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Mark Teixeira opens the 4th inning for New York. The pitch is a strike. Rodriguez and Matsui will follow. 0-2. A-Rod on deck. Rays with 3 runs, 4 hits. 2 of the runs earned. The 0-2. Oh
my.
Very close right there. Takes the count to 1-2. What do you think?
I think that's a strike.
Oh my
Plenty
goodness.
of plate, plenty of height. Strike 3. Bad call.
This one is down. 2-2.
Shouldn't have to make it twice. See, they can't get out of sync now. Don't make it half the better. You just got to do it again.
Kaz frustrated. Takes a little walk behind the mound to try to collect himself.
How do you miss that?
I don't know. I mean, well, we had the same situation in Chicago. I don't know how they missed that pitch either, but they did.
I mean, the Yankees don't need any help.
2-2. A little popper back to first. Digging hard. Pena. That's going to fall for a base hit. He's going to try to go to second. Throw by Kepler's not going to be in time. Well, you just can't give a good hitter like Teixeira 4 strikes. And he drops that a little double in now.
Yeah, he put it in play. You got a break, but you got to pitch through it. Another good pitch. This is no man's land right here.
It's doubly frustrating for Kazmir. Struck him out once and then made another good pitch, and he bloops a double. Wow. Well, it just changes the nature of the inning, but you've just got to dig down. Here's Alex Rodriguez. He singled in the 2nd inning. Out and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Teixeira off second. Pitch is up. 2-0.
Thought he was calling that.
Yeah, me too.
What's going on this
Well,
inning?
he's not calling the strike at the knees. They had been calling that pitch up. There's a strike. 2-1. Liner into left. Crawford closing, gets there to grab it. Crawford, a nice running grab. Rodriguez is retired. 1 out.
Boy, he does close fast. Talked about his defense a moment ago. And once again, he gets a good read and just spears it right there, glove side. That ball was a laser beam by A-Rod. Wow.
Crawford takes it away from A-Rod, and A-Rod expressing his displeasure. Hideki Matsui. 0 away. 1-0. Kazmir had to pitch around the single and error on, or the single and steal by Alex Rodriguez back in the 2nd inning. Pitch is down, 2-0. And Rodriguez out there and left him there. Now it's Teixeira at second with one out in the fourth. A 2-0 count to the designated hitter Hideki Matsui. Ground ball into right field, a base hit. Kepler quickly up with it. Teixeira's going to try to score the throw way offline. But now a throw back to first, and they're going to get Matsui. So Teixeira scores, and Matsui caught off the big turn at first. Navarro coming down the line from third, alertly back to first, and he made a good throw across his body.
Boy, he did. Off-balance throw. Nice play by Navarro. Kepler coming up, firing, and just overthrows everybody and way up the line. It's a nice play. If he made a nice throw, he probably would have had Teixeira. But it's way up the line, and Navarro read it nicely. And, boy, he's like a middle infielder right there getting rid of it. Put plenty on it back to Ben Zobrist. Big out, actually.
So it's 9-2-4 on the out. Matsui drives in the run. Okay, Posada takes a strike. Affleck, we've got you under our wing. The trivia question tonight. Name the switch hitter who has homered from both sides of the plate the most times in a single game. We saw Swisher hit one from the left and right side last night. One strike to count to Posada. Well, any way you slice it, the missed call third strike has cost the Rays a run. There's a base hit into right field. Posada's aboard. Fourth hit, third in this inning.
Becomes a huge out being able to get Matsui rounding first base. This guy's just got to end it right here, keep it at 3-1. Matsui ran because he saw the high throw, and he assumed it was going over everybody's head, but Navarro read it nicely, went up the line and made a great play.
Tough hitter and Robinson Cano. The pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. A run, 4 hits for New York. Nice pitch there, and Cano out in front, missed it.
Great arm action on that. You're looking for 92 and you get 78. Great pitch. Great pitch. Good arm speed. Super pitch.
1-1. In on him, and he bounces it foul. Followed by a very good fastball, well located there.
In, yeah. The off speed away, came back in.
Foul the other way. Out of play it goes. Posada headed back to first. Back with the catch t-shirt, available last night. The 1-2. Broken bat toward the hole, and what a play by Bartlett to Zobrist for the force on Posada. A great play by the Rays shortstop, Jason Bartlett. That will retire the side and stamp it with a star. 3-1 Rays. Bottom of the fourth, looking for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
Aflac!
Switch hitters who have homered from both sides of the plate the most times in a single game.
Aflac!
There's got to be more than one, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Murray, Chili Davis, 11 times.
I thought Murray'd be up there. Not that Mantle might be up there, too.
Well, he is up there. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
10.
There it is.
The late Ken Caminiti with 10.
Swisher
Tony
with
Clark
9.
10 and Nick Swisher 9. That's a pretty good list for Swisher to be on.
That's enough out of you, Nick.
Well, there's Gabe Kapler, Navarro, and Bartlett for the Rays in the bottom of the fourth. So their lead is now 2. 1-0. Boy, how about the defense the Rays turned in the top half of this inning?
3 plays. Crawford made a great catch on A-Rod's ball. It probably would have been a double. Navarro, great play getting Matsui. And then Bartlett on that ball in the hole. Tremendous play. Otherwise, that's about a 4-run inning.
2-0 the count.
Got to get that run back.
Yep.
Keep working it.
It's a strike on the outside edge. 2-1.
I think Gabe thought that was outside.
It's up and away. 3-1. Sabathia has been out of the strike zone a lot tonight. Navarro's on deck. And that's out of play. A fastball. 3-2. Rays and the Yankees in the middle game of this series. New York won the opener last night. The Rays lead 3-1 in the fourth inning tonight. Full count to Gabe Kapler. And it's popped up. Coming in from third, Rodriguez toward the mound, and he makes the catch. That's the first out. Let's check in with Todd Callis again. Todd?
Dwayne, we've got a big item right here. It's called the Ultimate Rays Fan Room. By the way, you can see in the background the people answering the phone calls. We have a 46-inch JVC iPod integrated LCD screen television. In addition, you get this Kane's Furniture dual reclining sofa with the drop-down service table from Kane Furniture. You get a signed frame Rays jersey. You get field passes to 3 different Rays games. At each of these Rays games, you'll get a picture taken with a player. That will be signed and framed. You get a wall applique, a Budweiser cooler, Rays mugs, coasters, and koozies. Everything you want for a Rays fan room, you have right here. If you are a baseball fan, this is the ultimate prize package. By the way, in addition to our normal interns that are working for us tonight, look who's running cable for us. Jake Sternberg, son of Stu Sternberg. He's been everywhere today. He's been up on the A-ring working with maintenance. He's been in the clubhouse. And now you're helping us out on the TV production. Everything going okay?
Yeah, it's pretty good down here.
Jake is rolling with every job in the building. Thanks to Stu for loaning us his son for our broadcast. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. 1-1 the count to Deoner Navarro. Pitch is up and away.
That's got to be worth a lot, that last package right there.
Oh, how great is that?
That's a big one.
And don't forget the cooler.
Oh, no, that's
a big part.
That's very important. I'll bring the ice.
And a popper short left. Damon in there for this one, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. Damon just flipped the rainbow back into Cano at second base after making that catch. 2 outs, and Jason Bartlett about to step in. Jason popped out his first time. Sabathia got him on a changeup. So he bats with the bases empty and 2 outs this time. Strike 1. Sabathia with a couple strikeouts and a couple walks. And he's ahead of Bartlett, 0-2. Sabathia has made some good pitches to Bartlett. Probably the best pitches he's made tonight have been the 2 at-bats against Bartlett.
Thinking the same thing.
And a swing and a foul-tip strikeout on a mid-90s fastball. 1-2-3. Go the Rays. The auction in full effect tonight. Rays lead 3-1 through 4.
Rays over the Yankees here at Tropicana Field. Whit Watson back with you on Fox Sports Florida tomorrow night. Great pitching matchup as we wrap up this series as Matt Garza takes on Jabba Chamberlain. That is a 6:30 Rays live. The game in HD on Sun Sports. Garza coming off a great outing against Roy Halladay said something interesting. Says he treats those matchups as a personal challenge, an opportunity to go pitch for pitch against a great pitcher like the Halladay. We asked Joe Madden prior to the game, could a guy like Scott Kazmir take the same approach? And Madden said, well, any pitcher could, but he'd really like to see that out of a pitcher like Kazmir. Again, Chamberlain and Garza tomorrow on Sun Sports. Dwayne.
And Nick Swisher opens the 5th inning. A ball, no strikes the count. Scott Kazmir makes a nice pitch there and picks up the outside edge. Matt Garza. Garza saw the perfect game by Burley from the dugout and then knew he was going to face Halladay in his next start. So that really elevated his mentality of going to the mound as a starting pitcher, seeing the greatness that he has the gift to attain.
Well, he will be an 18 to 20 game winner someday. He's got that kind of stuff.
Up a little bit, and the count is 2-2. From that game against the Blue Jays, hooked up against Halladay, didn't walk anybody.
Key
9 strikeouts.
Key, no walks.
2-2. Foul back. It's out of play. We'll see another 2-2 pitch.
I thought that was great about that game too was Halladay got the Rays out in the top of the 9th, and Joe Madden sent Garza right back out there in the bottom of the 9th, and he strikes out the side. He watched Halladay go through the top, and he said, I'm going to do the same thing.
2-2 and a fly ball. Hit toward right center. Upton's over there for it. That'll be the first out in the fifth. 1 up, 1 down. And a reminder of our broadcast auction tonight with great values all around. Appreciate you for taking part of that. We still have a good part of the evening left in the battle in that broadcast auction. Melky Cabrera, and the first pitch is a fastball for a strike.
Good pitch. Scott's got a nice rhythm going tonight.
0-2.
Well, he's getting the ball back. He's getting right on the mound and going. You know, maybe watching Mark Burley help Scott too.
And a little changeup popped up, foul back of the plate. Navarro takes care of that. 2 outs. If you're traveling and can't watch the Rays, catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv, featuring 100 out-of-market games per week live. Catch the games you missed on demand. For details, visit RaysBaseball.com, where baseball is always on. Derek Jeter. 2 outs, base is empty. Jeter has struck out and walked tonight. Pitch bounces in. Jeter, the 5th leading hitter in the American League. Right now at 324. By the way, Boston has a 5-2 lead at home. Oakland hitting in the top of the 4th. Buchholz pitching tonight for the Red Sox. Foul outside at third, beyond the coaching box. And it's 1-1.
I guarantee you there's some Philly personnel watching Buchholz tonight.
It's going to be interesting, that trading deadline a couple days away. Ground ball, nice pickup by Bartlett. Throw to first in time to get Jeter, and that retires the side. Bottom of the 5th coming, 3-1 Tampa Bay. Up for the first time ever. Kazmir through 5 has picked up 3 strikeouts. The Rays picked up a run in the second on Navarro's sacrifice fly. Triple by Crawford, key to 2-run third for the Rays. Fourth inning, the base hit by Matsui scored the run for New York. Bottom of the 5th, top of the order. This is B.J. Upton with a count of a ball and no strikes. B.J. singled and scored in the 2-run 3rd. A little number to first. Teixeira makes the play unassisted. 1 out.
Right off the end of the bat, we were talking about Buchholz pitching tonight. I said Philly people watching that. Toronto people be watching Buchholz. Just hope it doesn't happen in the East unless it's here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the trading deadline, a couple days away, 4 o'clock.
Yep.
There's the official cutoff of the deadline. There's Crawford. Pitch inside. Well, there's a lot of poker playing going on, too, and you see the teams that have interest in Halladay, and then they say, well, that's too much. We're going to go talk to the Indians about Cliff Lee. We'll see. 1-1. Carl's 2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, good live fastball by CeCe right there. He had his best inning last inning.
Crawford fouls it the other way. 1-2.
I could try to peck away and get that run back.
Well, a good house here tonight. 33,000 last night. Crawford is called out on strikes. Will be the 4th strikeout for Sabathia.
See if this crosses the outside corner. It did. Overhead shot right here. Posada sets up on the black. It just barely. Look at that. Just barely hit the black of home plate.
Well, he made 3 very good pitches in the 4th inning to end it to Bartlett. That was a great pitch to Crawford right there.
Yeah, he got Bartlett 2 fastballs down, then he went up the ladder and got Jason to chase it.
Longoria takes one down. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and nothing. 3-4-0 for the Rays. 1-4-2 for New York. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
He is calling a high fastball after all. There it is.
Yep.
He forgot about the one that Kazmir threw.
Yeah, that's a shame because that translated into a run.
Sure did.
2-1 and a high fly ball back into deep left. Down the line. Gone! Home run for Evan Longoria. And the Rays get the run back. Longoria's 20th home run of the year. And that makes it 4-1.
That's how you peck away and get that run back. It's a contact swing. That's not a big swing by Evan. That's just a nice fluid contact swing. The only question was whether it was going to be fair. It's fair by plenty.
So Evan Longoria makes it a 3-run game again. His 76th run batted in, and here's Zobrist hitting one down the right field line. Swisher on the run in a hurry. That's a fair ball, and it rolls beyond the bullpen. Zobrist on his way to third, and he's in there with a triple. Ben Zobrist all the way to third. The Yankees are going to argue that the ball was foul. Cano out there, and now Girardi calling time. He wants to go out and talk with Doug Eddings. And Zobrist goes all the way to third.
Well, the key to that is Ben Zobrist never stopped running. That's how he got to third base. He didn't take for granted that the ball was going to be fouled. He thought all the way the ball was going to be fair. Girardi wants an explanation. Let's take a look one more time. This is similar to the one that Teixeira hit, except it's deeper. A bloop shot. Oh, he touched it in fair territory.
Yeah, and the ball's fair. He can be in foul territory, but the ball's fair.
It's where the ball is. It's just like a ball over the bag on the bases. It's in the air over the line in fair territory. It's a fair ball. See, and Ben hustles all the way. He never for 1 second just stood and watched it like a lot of guys might have. He gets 3 out of that.
Another home run followed by the triple. This with 2 outs for the Rays. Swisher covered a lot of ground to
he did.
get as close as he did. And here's Burrell popping one foul out of play. Strike one. Let's take another look, and you can slow it down to see it's a fair ball.
Yeah, right there. Right there. He's inside the line. That's plenty fair. Swisher wasn't sure. He thought for a minute it would be called foul. He definitely touched it in fair territory.
One strike to count to Burrell. It's upstairs. 1-1. Well, the long drive down the left field line by Longoria for the home run. And the triple just fair up the right side by Zobrist to follow. That's a strike that drops in. 1-2.
That's been really his best pitch, that off speed, that changeup. Pretty effective pitch.
And he got Burrell on strikes with it in the third. That was a big strikeout for Sabathia.
Makes his fastball that much better. It counts like this.
Fastball away. 2-2.
Saw those numbers a moment ago. Pat's hitting well with runners in scoring position, almost 300.
Yeah, he came in hitting 300 on the button and then was retired in the third. 2-2 now. And a full count.
Back with the changeup. That's a good take by Pat.
And a wave and a miss. Sabathia gets him on strikes. The Rays settle for a run. The long one by Longoria through 5 makes it 4-1 Tampa Bay. with us and by Subway. Play hard, eat fresh. Johnny Damon to open the 6th inning for New York. Teixeira and Rodriguez will be the numbers 2 and 3 hitters in the frame against Scott Kazmir. And the pitch is a strike. Kazmir twice has retired Damon. He got him on a little popper into left back in the first, handled by Barton. And this one is popped up short center. Upton is under it and makes the catch. Damon did give the Rays a little scare in the third with a fly ball to right. Let's go to Todd Callis now.
Dwayne, we want to remind fans, in addition to the 5 big ticket items, which right now range from between $1,700 and $3,600 on the bids, there's also a $150 special ticket package. To purchase, call a different number, 727-825-3434. It's 4 box seats to a game. It is wristbands to get you on the field for the post-game concert, and it's 4 food vouchers. You either can go to the August 15th game against the Blue Jays with a post-game concert of the B-52s, or the September 5 Tigers game with a post-game concert of the Beach Boys. $250 worth of merchandise, all yours for $150 at that special number, guys.
All right, that's a great deal. You'll want to be a part of that. 2-0 the count. Teixeira down to third. Longoria up with it, and the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning. So a fly ball and a ground ball. Alex Rodriguez will be the hitter. Kazmir, 2 outs into the 6th, has made 89 pitches tonight. That's good news.
Yeah, he's had a couple of 12-pitch innings. The last inning was 12 pitches, 9 strikes.
Foul back, a fastball, strike 1.
He's pitching, look at that, 93. He's had a really good fastball tonight. A lot of life on it.
That's a nice and easy 93 for him, too.
Not forced. He's working fast, too. It's in a nice rhythm. He's pitching with a lot of confidence. You can see it.
That's a strike, that high strike. 0-2.
Boy, how big is that for the Rays if he can pitch like this?
I'll tell you, that's
every 5 days.
Big lift. You're right. The 0-2 down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But he had a great first inning, as he did over in Kansas City on that last road trip, and he pitched well in that game, and then came out with a little cramping in the forearm with dehydration problems. 2-2. And I'll tell you, it's hard to think that he's pitched better this year than he has tonight.
Yeah, this is really impressive tonight. He's using all of his pitches. He's got good rhythm. He's throwing strikes.
Swing and a miss. A foul tip strikeout takes care of A-Rod. 1, 2, 3 go the New York Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Rays lead 4-1.
benefits that the Rays Foundation really helps out. Here are some of the people that really do benefit. Big brothers, big sisters. We have Dante and Rich, big brother and little brother. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, what's it mean to you to be a part of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters program?
I mean, it's just it's a way for me to give back and for him to get, a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be a young adult and, kind of show him the path.
Good big brother there? What do you guys do for fun?
We go to a lot of Rays games. We play basketball, football. We do a lot.
Ball one to Carlos Pena. Kiana Welsh is also with us. She is part of Camp Anytown Community Tampa Bay, and she's the youngest member of the National Honor Society at Gibbs High School. What has the Diversity Awareness Program for high school kids, Camp Anytown, done for you?
It's really made me want to go out there in my community and to teach other kids that it's okay to have friends that are of different races and of different cultures, and that instead of nagging on one another because of our differences, we have to embrace them and learn how to work with them and just to live in a world where there's a bunch of differences and different people. Keep
up the great work at Gibbs. Finally, guys, we have Emmanuel Hicks, graduate of Academy Prep, now at Berkeley Prep. And what did Academy Prep do for you to get ready for
with the 6-hour grueling schedule, it definitely has prepared us for high school life, especially extracurricular activities after school.
Emmanuel, Kiana, Dante, Rich, some of the people benefiting from the Rays Baseball Foundation. Guys, this is what the charity auction's all about. The Rays Broadcast Auction, helping out people like this. And we've got all these people on the phone lines taking your calls, so keep those phones ringing and help out more great programs. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, well, you can't help but feel good after talking with each and every one of those young folks right there. 3-1 is fouled back, 3-2, and it just underscores what a great cause it is and the great work of the Rays Foundation. I'll tell you, that's
very cool. Yeah.
I mean, that's just a great message right there. That's all that is, pure and simple, and you can help support all of that by supporting tonight's Rays Broadcast Auction with all those great items for auction. 3-2 now, and Pena is out on strikes. Sabathia came back. He was behind him in the count. Carlos is the first out here in the sixth.
Yeah, he got behind 3-0, and he threw 297 fastballs right there. And the last one had a little cut action to it. It was 92. Let's see. Yeah, a little cut to it. Carlos chasing.
That was the case back in the second. And the challenge for Carlos has been defining that strike zone for himself. Here's Gabe Kapler. Strike one. It's interesting. Sabathia, first 3 innings, struggled a bit with his control. Had a 1-2-3 fourth, and then retired the first 2 in the 5th. And then out of the blue, Longoria hit that home run to make it a 3-run game again, 4-1. It's foul back. Now he's ahead of Kapler, 0-2.
Well, Evan, that was a short swing. That wasn't a home run swing. He just made nice contact right there. Nice fluid swing, and the ball jumped off his bat. It's good to see.
The 0-2 to Gabe. Fouls it again, backing out of play. This is the 10th game of the year between these two clubs. After last night, New York with 5 wins and the Rays with 4. Rays leading tonight 4-1 over Joe Girardi's club. The Yankees have been red hot. That's going to be a base hit into left center field, maybe more. Damon with a pickup, and Kapler's headed to second with a double. Well, Kapler was thinking double from the very beginning with Damon's arm out there. It wasn't even a play, and Kapler has his 14th 2-base hit of the year.
We were talking earlier about Gabe just using his hands. Look at that. That's all he did. Short, compact, put him in play, and he knows who's going to make the play out there, and he's running on Johnny Damon's arm. And you're right. Right out of the box, he was looking, too, because he knew that ball was going to be fielded by Johnny Damon.
So a man in scoring position. Here's Deanna Navarro. How about a line drive somewhere?
Got to zone him out, too. Don't chase high.
1-0. Yep. Well, The Honors, in large part, had the same challenge that Carlos Pena's had in terms of defining his own strike zone.
Especially at counts like this, 1-0 counts, when you're ahead of the count.
Fouls it back, out of play, 1-1.
That's not a great pitch. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. That's out off the outside corner. Unless you're looking to shoot it that way. 100 pitch mark for CeCe.
The Honor coming into the game hitting over 290 from the right side. Now step back by Sabathia. Cano breaking toward the bag at second.
You got to pinch Gabe Kapler if you're Robbie Cano. That's what he's doing because Gabe will take off. He gets a chance off the left-hander.
1-1 here to Navarro. 100 pitches now by Sabathia, and they're going to get some action in the New York bullpen. Kapler widens that lead. And a little chop. Ball's headed toward Cano. Throw to first with Kapler advancing to third. He'll be there with 2 outs.
What we're talking about, though, see, that was a ball. He swung at 2 balls and got himself out.
He saw 3 pitches, and all 3 were out of the strike zone. Right. He swung at 2 of them.
Now here's where Jason, he's been pitched the toughest of anybody tonight. Popped out on a changeup. Last time he got 3 fastballs. The third one was thought of wanted a fastball up out of the zone, and that's exactly where Sabathia threw it. 96 miles an hour. So Jason will make an adjustment here.
Jason 0 for 2. And a pop-up. Foul ball straight back, and Posada will not have a play. Cover the libations.
That's back in the same area.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another free beer. Well, you had time to drink it fast before the ball came down. And, hey, good luck. Hey, I don't have any left.
There you go.
You got to be quick, though. And Jason was swinging at that first pitch. He wasn't going to let a fastball go by this time.
0-1 the count. This would be a very big run to pick up here. Man at third, 2 outs. And a line drive, and it's knocked down by Teixeira. He is safe at first. The run scored. The hustle by Bartlett to get to first before Teixeira can recover, and the Rays have another run. It's 5-1. Base hit for Bartlett, and a run batted in.
Boy, there is some kind of hustle tonight from everybody. Gabe Kapler, a hustle double, and watch this play by Bartlett. He's running all the way. Well, a little hesitation, but as soon as it's knocked down, it's speed against Teixeira, recovery. Great effort by Teixeira. Wow, is he a great first baseman. Look at that. By a half a glove.
Doug Eddings right there on the call. And the Rays do pick up that run to make it a 4-run lead. 5-1. And you're right. What a great effort that was by Teixeira.
That really was. And that's a tough play because it was a jam shot, and Teixeira had to wait to time it. And he got up
with a lead. BJ fouls off that fastball for a strike.
Good time here to take off. Pick your spot, try to steal a base. A 4-run lead. At worst, BJ lead off the 7th. Not that you want Jason to get thrown out, but good time to try to really pick a spot here, get back into that running game.
And a foul back. 0-2.
Pitch out count now, though, for Jorge Posada. Down 0-2, though. You'd like to see Bartlett be in motion here shortly because BJ can start over with a new count. At worst. probably the throw one right there.
And a foul right side through the coaching box.
It was a changeup.
Kapler has scored. Bartlett, the runner at first, picking up the hit, and the run batted in. DJ down 0-2. And he started to go on the pitch up. He checked in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a job to check his swing right there.
Yeah, it was. Tough one right there. Yep, DJ held up, didn't break those wrists. CeCe's making it tough for Jason to run because he's going quick to the plate every pitch.
Pitch in. Bartlett flinching over there with a little fake start before the pitch was made.
Yeah, these are all modified slide steps, not a true slide step, but quick to the plate with a short leg kick.
Two now. Rays with a run in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth. They have 1 in the 6th inning. Over to first, and Bartlett's back in. See what he does here. 2-2. And a popper right side near the line. That's going to fall. It's fair. Skipping away from Swisher. He has to go to the bullpen mound after it. Bartlett's going to score, and into second base goes Upton. Bartlett scores from first on that looper up the right side to make it 6-1.
What I like tonight is BJ is just making contact, and he hasn't struck out tonight. He's got 2 hits with 2 strike counts. Look at this, a little breaker up, but he puts it in play. And if you put it in play, like we talked about in the pregame, anything can happen. And that'll be it.
Now Bartlett scores from first on the bloop double. Fair inside the right field line. That's going to be it for Sabathia. Rays lead 6-1. Sabathia gone after 5 2/3. We'll be back with the new New York pitcher in a moment.
The Bay Rays events and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Nick Swisher had a little trouble chasing that double down off the bat of Upton. Squirted away from him. Sabathia gone. 109 pitches for the Yankee left-hander, 5 2/3. 9 hits, 6 runs, responsible for a man at second base, couple of walks and 6 strikeouts. Mark Melanson is the new pitcher in his second stint with the Yankees this year. He hasn't pitched since the 10th of July. He was recalled from AAA. Got into a game then against the Angels. And now the first pitch, Carl Crawford fouls it back, strike one.
Yeah, we're looking at 2.5 weeks. So the Yankees have been on a roll. Their pitching has been good. CC Sabathia just didn't have he had good velocity, but just didn't have the good command of his fastball tonight.
Sharply hit, one hop to second. Cano's got it, and the throw to first in time. But the Rays increase their lead by 2. It's 6-1. Phone still available for the broadcast auction.
And we're showing off another item. It is item number 5, and Amanda's going to help show us off this item as well. Guys, there is so much involved with this. You can also go to RaysBaseball.com to hear all the items. But you have the inside pitch, right, Amanda? A story about the fan in the inside pitch. Strike from Scott Kazmir. You have a personalized Rays bat with your name on it. An authentic Rays jersey. And, guys, here's part of the thing I didn't tell you about. There's a suite, but also one-night stay at the Trade Winds Hotel the night of the game, and limo service back and forth to the game from the Trade Winds. So you get the suite, you get to throw at the first pitch, you get to sing the 7th inning stretch, you get your personalized bat, hotel stay, limo. It's all number 5 when you call in the auction number. Guys, back to you.
If there's anybody familiar with limos, it would be Todd Callis. That's how he travels all the time.
Absolutely.
So take it from him. He knows a good limo service when he sees one, and that's a great package. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Hideki Matsui. Posada and Cano to follow. The 1-2. Foul ball. Count still 1-2. And there's a man who knows how to travel as well. He's the man in charge. He travels by limo. He doesn't make a move without a limo. That's Larry McCabe.
That's the right way to go.
1-2, fly ball short center. BJ's there to make the catch. One gone.
You're a limo guy, aren't you, Dwayne? Once in a while, you and I are limo guys.
It's
right?
good. There are reasons sometimes to take a limo.
Yes, there are.
Here's Jorge Posada.
Amanda looks lovely tonight.
You're right, she does. Way to change the subject.
A comment. A nice comment.
Yeah, she is.
I noticed Todd hanging around right.
Well, of
right
course.
There. Yeah.
Pitch is high to Posada. There is the lovely Amanda, hard at work.
Look at it. Nice job, Amanda.
Yep, she's doing a great job.
How nice she looks. Right in big numbers on that board.
1-0 pitch back into center field. Upton's going to have to go back for this one. Got it on the run. Upton, just as he hit the track, reaching up to make a fine running grab. That is out number 2. Well, the Rays are playing some inspired defense tonight, and Upton just turned in one.
Well, you know, when you're throwing strikes, you're going to get jumps like this, too. BJ, we've seen him do it all season long. Loves to go over the shoulder. He can make that play as good as anybody in baseball. He can play shallow and go back against the wall, has no fear, and just glides as he runs. Seems to run it down every single time.
Ham's got a replay right there. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Robinson Cano takes the pitch away.
But you know, when a pitcher's working fast, look at Scott. He's getting the ball. He's working fast. He's throwing strikes. I mean, it's a lot like Mark Burley the other day, and Scott pitched against Mark Burley, so he knows. That's a good pitch.
2-0.
Little hesitation. Navarro definitely asked, where was that? Good pitch. But that helps the defense. They'll be. We were talking about that in the pregame show.
Pitch up. That's 3-0. 1 pitch down, 1 pitch up. The Rays have turned in some very good defensive work tonight. Crawford in left, Upton there in center. Bartlett at short. There's a strike, and now it's 3-1.
Kapler made a nice play on that line drive by Johnny Damon over his head.
Yes, he did. Navarro, part of cutting down Matsui after he delivered the RBI single. And this one fouled right back of Hunter Wendelstedt, down to 1 knee. Hope he's all right. And I'll be checking him over here for a second.
Yeah, this is a little off speed right there. Must have got him right below where the chest protector fits, because he buckled him a little bit. Chest protector under the, you can see it right there under the shirt.
So it's good news that Hunter Wendelstedt is okay.
Remember the days of those big ones outside of the chest protectors?
Well, that's why the American League called the high strike.
That's right.
Say.
His head would sit right up in between that slot, right over the plate.
3-2. He jammed him and pops him up. Can Longoria get there? Just short. Look out. Look out. Up against the railing, and Johnny Damon's there to help out. And it came close. It was a good pitch by Kazmir.
Yeah, Kazmir trying to come all the way back. Great effort. Longo's calling it. Just make sure that Navarro knows not to make any collision. Johnny Damon helping out. Much appreciated. Great effort. Fully extended. Just couldn't quite get another 3-4 inches away.
3-2 and a foul ball. Cano battling Scott Kazmir. Scott with 108 pitches right now. Pitching 2 outs into the 7th.
Bullpen's up. and been behind Scott this inning. Great.
And a pop fly toward the left field line. Crawford's there to make the catch to retire the side. 7 innings tonight for Scott Kazmir, and the Rays lead 6-1. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Evan Longoria will open the home half of the 7th inning for the Rays. The Rays have a 6-1 lead. They're facing Mark Melanson. Melanson got the final out in the 6th inning. Longoria takes a baseball for a strike. Take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam. Longoria belting one out in the 5th.
Oh, he got a pitch right over the heart of the plate. Nice short, compact swing. Look at that. Just a nice little short finish. Just making sure it stays fair. That's all the only question was. He got all of it.
Two strikes the count. Inside.
You can hear Hunter Wilmstead yelling that one out.
Strike call. So Longoria is out on strikes. One away here. Let's check in with Todd once again.
Dwayne, here's another item. By the way, that item number 5 has bumped up $2,200 since we started talking about the limo service. Just want to say, we got a little bit of pull here. Hey, this is the next trip to Baltimore. 2 tickets to 2 games, airfare, hotel accommodations, double occupancy. A broadcast booth visit up to the radio booth with Dave and Andy. Field passes for 1 game. Got a fly ball to center by Zobrist that Melky Cabrera makes the play on. Right on the track, in the front of the track. Also, guys, field passes for 1 game, weather permitting. The lineup card from that game, a Brooks Robinson autograph frame photo right here, and 2 Cal Ripken jerseys. One of them with the obvious number 8 for the Baltimore Orioles, and we also have a Rays Cal Ripken jersey that he signs as well. It says Iron Man Cal Ripken Jr. 2007 Hall of Fame. All that, item number 4, trip to Baltimore. Right now, the Baileys have the high bid at $3,000 for that item. 925-4433, 866-925-4433, guys.
Pat Burrell takes the pitch for a strike. 2 outs with the bases empty. Take a look at those jerseys, huh?
Very nice. I still think that's the greatest record in baseball myself. His consecutive game streak.
It'd be tough to match, I'll tell you that.
I never thought that would be broken, and I was fortunate enough to play his only year in AAA, one of my 50 years in AAA, but 1981, and little did I know I'd be playing with a man to break Lou Gehrig's record. Wow.
Pitch is down. Breaking pitch. 1-2. Again, down and away, same thing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the 7th, the Rays lead 6-1.
Well, Scott Kazmir has set the tone for this game by throwing strikes, and it's really helped the offense get going. Everybody's playing with urgency.
And strike 3 called. Do him another breaking ball. That retires the side. We go to the 8th, 6-1 Tampa Bay. And the game hold of the day brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Rays bullpen, the whole leaders Grant Balfour and Dan Wheeler. Joe Nelson with 7. Middle relievers keep their teams in the game, and you too can stay in the game with Just for Men Hair Color. Scott Kazmir back to open the 8th inning. How about the switch hitter Swisher to hit from the right side? 1 ball and no strikes. Swisher is grounded out and hit a fly ball to center tonight. The pitch is ball 2. That's 111 pitches tonight for Kazmir. Scott with 4 strikeouts, going to walk, and a liner down the left side. That's going to hook foul. That ball just fouled down by that low wall. Careful.
The hands. He said, no glove. I don't have a glove. You know what? Nick Swisher gets some carry, doesn't he?
Hey, how about this? Mark Burley has a perfect game through 5 innings and has now retired a Major League record 43 hitters in a row.
That's incredible.
How about that?
That's incredible.
That is
Twins.
unbelievable.
Minnesota Twins at Minnesota.
There's a shot, and that's going to be fair. Hit the chalk line. Crawford quickly over, and he's going to hold Swisher to a single. Boy, some great hustle. The speed of Crawford holding Swisher to a base hit. Let's check in with Whit Watson right now.
Dwayne, just the 5th hit given up by Kazmir in this game. I want to go back to something that Joe Madden talked about before the game. We mentioned this during the pregame. Madden was asked by the local media before the game about the trade rumors and the deadline coming up on Friday, and Scott Kazmir's name being mentioned among them. It looks like Kazmir's night may now be done, as indeed Madden makes his way out to the mound. One of the compliments that Madden made to Kazmir was his ability to compartmentalize and put those thoughts aside. And judging by his performance tonight, I think he's done an excellent job of that, Dwayne.
And a standing ovation for this fine effort by Scott Kazmir tonight as he departs. Smile about tonight. 7+ innings for the first time this year.
Yeah, outstanding tonight. He really pitched. He pounded the strike zone. He had 113 pitches overall. Well, he changed speeds, and he had a nice fastball. He pitched at about 92 with the fastball and had good life on him.
First time Scott has gone 7 innings since July 21st of last year, en route to a 4-0 win over Oakland. He gives way to Grant Balfour with the Rays leading in this one by a count of 6-1.
Grant got some action last night. Now he's got
Melky Cabrera takes a strike.
He's got 5 runs to play with. I like the move by Joe Madden too. He wanted Nick Swisher hitting right-handed for sure. But why wait till there's a couple of bases? Just do it now. Get 6 outs out of your bullpen.
Pop up left side. Longoria back to third, makes the catch. Cabrera's out of there.
I think that's the best I've seen Scott Kazmir this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best he's thrown this year. And the fans were appreciative. Boy, it was great. But it's been a tough year for Kazmir, and it's great to see the crowd react the way they did when he left. He pitched very, very well tonight.
He used all of his pitches. I mean, he used his changeup a lot, even early in the count. He didn't wait. You know, he saw last night what happened. He was jumping on a lot of first pitch fastballs. He used the changeup a lot first pitch tonight.
And a strike to Jeter. 0-1.
And that made his fastball that much better.
Jeter 0 for 2 with a walk.
The way Jeter hits the ball to the right side, I'd be playing behind at first base there with Nick Swisher. Don't open up a hole for these guys.
0-2. Balfour powering the ball by Jeter. That has a lot to do with Madden's call here with Balfour.
Well, you got a power pitcher, and you got no stolen bases and no attempts by Nick Swisher. Now Carlton's, at least he's off the bag, so that helps. Now he's off the bag a little bit. You just got to have a little bit more range.
Ground ball back to the hill. Balfour to second, one, and Bartlett to first for two. 1-6-3 on the double play. We're headed into the bottom of the eighth, with the Rays leading 6-1. To 1. Balfour coaxing the double play out of Jeter to end the inning on our checkers double of the game. A 1-6-3 double play to end the top half of the inning. So as we go to the home half of the eighth, Carlos Pena will bat against Mark Melanson. Kepler due to hit next, and then Navarro. There's a high fly ball back into right center field. Swisher to the wall, and he makes the catch. Pena gave it a ride, but just in front of the wall in right center, Swisher hauled it in.
And they tried to go in once again, but they left it up out over the plate. Carlos got it just a bit, I think, off the end of the bat. Otherwise, that's way out. Swisher looks worn out there, doesn't he? He's had to make some plays out there today.
Now here's Gabe Kapler. There's a strike. Kapler doubled and scored. He came up with that one-out double in the sixth inning. Rays made that a two-run frame. The foul ball straight back and into the upper deck. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. By the way, the White Sox picked up a run, so they've taken a 1-0 lead in their game. They're now in the bottom of the sixth inning. Burley's retired 2 men.
Yeah, he's got 2 out. I'm kind of peeking at it myself now.
Yep, here. 2-2. The count here to Kapler.
That's amazing.
Bottom of the 8th here at the Trop. Chopper, left side, gloved by Rodriguez, and his throw to first in time. So 2 outs in the 8th inning here for the Rays. And we'll check in with Todd Callis once again.
Dwayne, here's a reminder. We've got 4 outs to go. No matter what happens in the game, 4 outs to go in the Rays broadcast auction. And the latest numbers from Larry McCabe have us up to $50,000. Trip for Boston, trip to Boston, $4,500. The Wyatts have that. You saw Amanda just write in the Alvarezes. They have the trip to Baltimore right now at $3,500. $4,500 for the batting lessons with Evan Longoria to the Harrods. Smiths have the Ultimate Rays fan room at $4,000. And the Duncans have the Celebrity for a Day at $5,300, the high bid of all of them. We also have that special ticket package. So bid for another 3 outs or 4 outs. I guess we have 4 outs to go as Deanna Navarro drops one into center field. Bid at those 2 numbers for another 4 outs, and then the Rays broadcast auction will end. But at least $50,000 so far going to the Rays Baseball Foundation to help out Big Brothers Big Sisters and all those other programs we told you about a lot earlier. Thanks for everybody for their bids. It goes to the middle of the 9th regardless of the score at that point. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you for a great job again on this second broadcast auction of the year. How about that? This will certainly surpass the first one back in May when there was just under $43,000 raised. And Navarro's base hit buys us a little more bidding time. Ground ball, Bartlett down to third. Rodriguez to Cano, and that will end the 8th inning. So through 8 here, the Rays have a 6-1 lead. Still time to bid. The action with Rays season tickets, great benefits, the best seats at the Trop, and savings over regular ticket prices. You can use them at the office for top clients or spend more time with the kids. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Well, the Twins have broken up the perfect game. Alexi Casilla drew a walk. That was 45 consecutive hitters retired by Mark Burley. 5 2/3 perfect baseball tonight. And then Denard Span followed with a base hit. Tampa Catholic's Denard Span broke up the no-hitter. Meanwhile, Randy Choate takes over for the Rays in the 9th, and the first pitch to Johnny Damon is in there for a strike.
And just in case, J.P. Howell's up. And Joe Madden not taking any chances. 5-run lead.
Pitch down and away, so Balfour came on, got credit for a full inning in the 8th, facing 2 men, but getting a double play ball out of Jeter. And now it's Choate in there. Randy worked in the Sunday game in Toronto.
Oh, my.
That's a pretty close pitch right there.
Wow.
2-1.
And that's where you got to pitch him in to set up your stuff away. That's a strike.
Oh,
wow.
my.
How do you miss that?
But a couple of very good pitches. The Yankees got their run because of a missed pitch.
Yeah, Scott Kazmir had all zeros other than that.
Yep, he sure did.
He was outstanding tonight.
Yeah, that's a big lift for the Rays to see this kind of performance from Scott Kazmir. 2-2 here to Damon. Stays alive, fouling it off. Getting a little piece of it.
See, that's that pitch that Hunter Wendell said missed. That's the pitch you got to have on Johnny Damon.
Yeah, otherwise it's tough to get him out.
I mean, you got to pitch him in so you can get your up, get him out away, but you got to be able to pitch inside on him. Is everything out over the plate, especially if it's up? He's been crushing it this year.
Inside, full count. That pitch in makes it possible to get him out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's out there looking all the time. Well, it's full here to Damon leading off the ninth. And ball 4. So Damon goes to first, drawing the walk. Now Mark Teixeira. Teixeira 1 for 3. JP, the bullpen, ground ball third. Longoria to Zobrist 1 and over to first. That's 2. 5-4-3 on the double play. So Choate throws the double play ball to Teixeira. That takes care of that leadoff walk.
Yeah, this is huge right here because the Yankees are known to make comebacks. Perfect double play ball. Longoria is playing right there. The ball hit right at him. Easy turn. Choate will face A-Rod with the 5-run lead and a lefty Matsui on deck. So JP Howell will be ready for Posada should it get that far.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. Fouling one out of play. Strike 1. Well, the Rays needed a well-pitched game tonight. They scored first. They took the lead. Kazmir made good pitches. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Pitch outside.
He set the tone early, too. He struck out 2 in the first inning, and then in the second inning, Scott pitched around A-Rod's single and a stolen base. Runner at second, nobody out. He got Matsui, Posada, and Cano in order after that.
That pitch is pretty close there on A-Rod.
Yeah, Randy's not too happy. Can't say I blame him.
Yeah, let's take a look at that pitch.
No, it's not where he caught it. It's where it crossed the plate. So Rodriguez has a base hit. Don't miss your chance to scoop up a little piece of Rays history. Bid on the 98 jerseys worn by the Rays and the Oakland A's. On Turn Back the Clock Night, proceeds benefit the Moffitt Cancer Center and the Rays Baseball Foundation. To place your bid, visit RaysBaseball.com. Hideki Matsui in the batter's box.
pitch inside. Rodriguez moves into second on indifference. It'll be Matt Garza tomorrow night against Jabba Chamberlain on Sun Sports. We'll be with you at 6:30. There'll be some heat tomorrow from those two guys.
Yeah, you bet.
The 1-0 pitch. Wide. 2-0. Trying to close this one out. That's going to be fair between Longoria and the line. Rodriguez will score. Matsui heads into second, and that makes it 6-2. Matsui's second hit tonight. So with 2 outs, Matsui's at second.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. He just got it right off the end of the bat. Boy, Matsui's hit lefties well over here in the big leagues because he'll do that. He'll just go with it, go the other way. Forces him to bring in J.P. Howell.
Rays will make a pitching change. Joke's going to depart in favor of J.P. Howell. Jorge Posada, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Posada hitting .333 against left-handed pitching, but against J.P. Howell, Posada is just 1 for 12.
And against the league, J.P. Howell's got a 188 batting average against, and he gets right-handers out because of his great changeup and his curveball. Pitch in with his fastball.
And the first pitch is a strike taken by Posada. Posada singled in the 4th. Upton made a nice play on him on a fly ball to center in the 7th inning. Center field. BJ is there. Rays win. Rays knock off the New York Yankees tonight. It's a 6-2 final. They even this series at a game apiece. They even the season series at 5 games.